Hi everyone, I'm Krishnendu. Today we are dealing with the topic elements of news. So before that, we need to know what is elements. Elements are the things that make a news. So first element is called proximity. Proximity means location. If an event is happening nearby, it will impact the audience more than if it were happening somewhere else that doesn't affect them as much. For this, I'll tell an example that if an accident occurred or happened in front of us at Albert's College, then it will hurt us. But that same accident happened in somewhere in other district or in other state or in other country, it will not affect us. It will hurt us, but it will not affect that as much. That accident happened in front of St. Albert's College. So that is called proximity. The second element is called prominence. A well-known person, place, or event has a stronger news angle than something that the audience is not familiar with. If a well-known person murdered, if a well-known person killed, if a well-known place become in the list of World Heritage. So these are the prominence things. So these prominence become the element of news. So the next element is called timeliness. Current news has more impact than something that happened yesterday or last week. For this, tell an example that in newspapers, what we are reading yesterday's newspaper. But in broadcasting media like television, radio, and in online media, we are reading the live news. We are reading the sport news. The reporters report the news from the sport. So they are today's news or they are live news. That is called timeliness. The next element is called oddity. If something is unusual, shocking, or bizarre, the strangeness alone could make it newsworthy. An unusual thing. I already told about one example that a dog bites a man is not a news, but a man bites a dog is a news. So that is an unusual thing. That type of news are called oddity type. The next element is called consequence. If the impact of an event may directly affect readers, they will want to know about it. If this farmer agitation that occurred in Delhi, it not affect us. But if that happened in nearby or if that happened in Trivandrum in the front of Legislative Assembly, then it will affect us. Its consequence may be affect us. So these types of news. Okay, if our finance minister make a budget and in that budget the repo rate is increases or the gold rate increases, the household things rate is increases. So these all news are affect us. So that type of news are called consequences news. The news will have some consequence to the readers. The next is called conflict. Audience are always interested in disagreements, arguments, and rivalries. For this, I'll tell an example about Babri Masjid case. In that Babri Masjid case, we all know that is between Hindu religion and between Muslim religion. The conflict between two religions about Ram Temple and about Babri Masjid Mosque. So these type of news are called conflict news. The next is called human interest. If a situation draws any sort of emotional reaction, it might contain the news elements of a human interest story. Like if an abnormal person is in the house and no one is undertaking him, so that type of news. So that type of human interest news that have some emotional background. That type of news are called human interest news. The next element is called extremes or superlatives. Reporters and audiences might be interested in the first, the best, the longest, the smallest, and the highest. The university first rank holder, Miss India, Miss World, Miss Universe, these type of best things. Okay, these types of news are called extremes or superlatives. Extreme elements, superlative elements. Okay. The next element is called scandal. An action or event regarded as morally or legally wrong and causing general public outrage. Example is like Nirbhaya scandal. We all know about Nirbhaya case, Delhi case. So many 7 or 8 gents brutally raped a girl called Nirbhaya. So that type of scandals, became a news. Next is called impact. Have a strong effect on someone or something. If as a reporter we report a news, if that report has any impact to our readers, if we report a water scarcity in a village, so after weeks or after some months, government will take something to remove or something to change this water scarcity problem in that village. So that type of news has some impact to our readers. So these are the elements of news. In this, the main elements are prominence, proximity, impact, consequence, and conflict. So I hope you all understood what is elements of news. Thank you.